Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm half an hour later than usual tonight. It's been a little bit of a crazy day, but we're here. Probably only going to be a 30-40 minute stream tonight. I've only got a little bit to do here on this project, and then I've got some other things I need to do off stream tonight, but I did want to give you guys a stream tonight, so it's good to see you here tonight. Tonight we are gonna, for real this time, try and finish up B&CCS 765. At this point, it needs to have its headlight LED replaced, and then get it nice and tightly buttoned up, as well as do a couple touch-ups, like this grill fell off and one of the wipers fell off. And then once that's all done, we can paint and hopefully permanently attach the horn for real. So I'm gonna get the soldering iron warmed up here so we can get that headlight done. But before we get into that, I have a box here to open. We'll give it a few minutes here to let people come in, see if the individual who sent me the box pops in. Because we are opening a box from someone in chat tonight, which is really exciting. I honestly don't know what to expect in it, but I'm looking forward to getting into it. Dennis, good evening. It's been a bit. Good to see you. Let me get myself all set up here. Yeah, I was hoping to have 765 done for the 4th, but rather than push, things got really busy towards the end of last week, and rather than push to try and get it done and have it be done kind of poorly, I figured let me take the time to do it right, and then I'll post about it at some point this week. But before we get to any of that, what else can I do while I stall for time? A couple other things came this past week. First of all, I got my brand new camera here. I got this beautiful Nikon D7200 with 18-200 lens, 18 to 200 mil. It is absolutely fantastic. I've taken a couple pictures with it so far, and getting used to shooting with it, and having a real deal camera, DSLR, takes a little bit of getting used to, and finding the controls and learning how to shoot photography better. But it is a really nice camera, and I'm super happy to have it. So that was something that arrived last week and should go a long way in both railfan photography and some model photography. I might get a macro lens at some point, or borrow my parents' macro lens and figure out how to use it to get some good model shots. But that's one thing that's I got this past week. Sorry, I'm just fixing my soldering iron here. There we go. Excuse me. What else did I get this week? This. Finally got my first shirt from Billy and Danny. I got the big boy with the Keystone and 4014 Altoona, America 250 down at the bottom there. So it's a very comfortable shirt, and I chose that specific shirt for a very specific reason, which you'll find out soon, but I won't divulge that at this time. We'll let it come up naturally. Let's say hi to some folks here. Garrett says, still better than you who barely got the concept art done in time. Ah, well, that's alright. There's always next year. Plans always seem to find their way into the toilet. That they do. Yeah, you think Arco 1776 won't be a real model? Okay. Yeah, that's totally fair too. Ted, good to see you tonight. Welcome in. Good to have you. Alright, let's, alright. I don't know where Giuseppe is. Hopefully he gets here soon, because he is the one who sent me this package. This package right here. So, he hinted on stream that he was sending me something, and this showed up middle of last week. And I figured I'd hold out on opening it up until we could do it live on stream here. So, even if he isn't here tonight, he can always go back and rewatch. But how's everyone been doing this past week? Hope everyone here in the States had a fun and safe 4th of July. Happy 250th birthday, America. Here's to many more years of freedom and prosperity, and you know, the joys of that all that entails. And as good as we are, I hope we can always do better. Let's cut that side open. I think you need to get some prototype models done. You're doing a lot of pre-launch, which is fun, but don't want to forget your proto models. You already have 6 Arco logos. Yeah, I'm floating back and forth right now between the prototype and the freelance as well. I've been really fun. Really, it's been a lot of fun getting a lot of this B&CCS stock pulled together, and the locomotives and everything. And I want to keep going on building more of the B&CCS locomotives. I want to do some of the Alco units next. I want to do a bunch of the Alcos, RS-32, some C420s, a C430. I want to do all of those because those are really fun. But I've also, and I guess this is the first time I'll be kind of sharing this publicly, I have recently, I don't even remember how I got into it, but I've recently found myself infatuated with Mail and Express trains, and so I've decided I'm going to be collecting pieces to put together a New Haven Mail and Express train, which means obviously some New Haven 60-foot baggage cars, an RPO or two. I'll need some some Pennsylvania, at least one Pennsylvania B60B, which I think I'll have to either find an old kit for or kit bash and build my own. I'll need at least one Pennsy X29, because those were super common on the New Haven Mail and Express trains. And then some, maybe a Southern Pacific baggage car, a Union Pacific baggage car. SP, UP, and MP were all, from my research, fairly common on New Haven Mail and Express trains, coming from further west, coming out to Boston, and some probably a New York Central baggage car or two, and it'll be a mix of heavyweight and lightweight stuff, and of course my work in progress converted Railway Express Agency Troop Sleeper. A couple of those will be fun. So, anyways, that's kind of, I think, going to be my next prototype project. So, I think that'll be a lot of fun. Let's see, too stinking hot this past weekend. Yeah, it was sweaty. I'll tell you that. It was gross, but still a lot of fun. Ooh, answering a bunch of boxcars, Garrett says. Found some other cool models to print too. They will all need TLC, so one thing at a time. Nice. You shorted a decoder yesterday, maybe two? Oof. Sorry to hear that. I hate that. I hate when I short a freaking. I hate when I short a board. It sucks. Just found a new truck design featuring roller bearing caps. Nice. That'll be cool. We'll need a bit of TLC. Yeah, fair enough. Trying to install decoders into 4 Kato SD45s. Old school before DCC was here. Yeah, those old school models are always more of a challenge. But, alright. I wish you luck on those. Because SD45s are neat. Alright, I don't know where Giuseppe is, but we're gonna cut into this here. And we're gonna see what Giuseppe sent to me. Yeah. Go ahead and open this up here. Carefully take this out. What do we have here? Whoa. Whoa. Well, I guess I'm building a intermodal yard module because he sent me this absolutely gorgeous MyJack model. Really beautifully done. So yeah, I'm gonna be modeling a T-track module, I guess, with a small intermodal yard. Because I'm gonna need to put this somewhere. Wow. Beautifully, beautifully done. That'll go very nicely with my, you know, work in progress B&CCS intermodal stuff that's been going on in the background. I've got my decals for my 3 trailers that I need to paint up and get the decaled. And then I need to start getting the decals pulled together for my containers. Because I have 6 undeck containers right now, and I'm going to hopefully be getting some more soon. But this is really a gorgeous model. And he's even got like the kind of routed cabling up here. All the tubing down the side, down below here, all the routed cabling. Really beautiful model. Thank you so much, Giuseppe. Hope you watch this back and get to this point, because this is phenomenal. And I will definitely be building a scene to have this be appreciated in all of its glory. No, it's a plastic model. All right, so now that that's opened up here, we can go ahead and redo this headlight, and then redo the couple detail parts, and now I'm gonna have to skedaddle. I wish I could stay longer tonight, but unfortunately I got things that need to get done. Paul, good evening. I was just saying, it's not gonna be too long of a stream tonight. I'll be live here for at least another 15-20 minutes though. I need to replace the LED on the headlight of B&CCS 765. I need to do some touch-ups. I gotta put the grill back on. I gotta replace one of the windshield wipers, and then I gotta try and get it all nice and neatly tidied up and closed up here. That way it's officially done. But I was just finishing opening up that box from Joe, get that off with that beautiful MyJack crane that I'm gonna need to build something to do with. You think N-Skills Nevada made metal container lifts in the 90s? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Just trying to clear some things up here. Yeah, we'll be alive for another 20-30 minutes or so. Alright, let's get this wire all pulled off. Excuse me. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's put the soldering iron to the side for now. And I think what I'm going to do is when I... oh, shoot. What's going on here? Oh, I see what's going on here. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do is rather than deal with what I've been fighting for a little bit now, which is trying to get the LED aligned with the headlight and everything. I've already got the high mounted light wired directly to the shell. I hate doing this, but I think it's just the simplest way. I think I'm just going to wire it straight to the shell. Evening, Jeffrey. Good to see you. Welcome in. There's my tweezers. Why does that hurt so much? I don't know. Anyways, excuse me. So yeah. All right, let's take an LED out here. These are the white LEDs. Yes. The red ones. Brad, good evening. Welcome in. Good to have you. All right. We are rewiring the front LED for my bicentennial unit here. And then I've got a couple of little things to fix on it. And it'll finally, for real, be done. Come on. You did wind up ripping a little bit out, Paul. That is true. Net neutral stream. You don't believe Garrett. You missed. You know what? That's a fair reason to miss Paul's stream. That's a fair reason to miss it, Dennis. I think Paul will forgive you on that one. Dip that. I think I'm gonna try and glue the LED first, because I want it to be right. Josh Cannon, welcome in. Good to have you tonight. Hope you're doing well. Working on my N-scale bicentennial unit here. Trying to finish it up. Even though we're a little late for the 4th of July at this point, I still want to get it finished up well. Come on. Oh, so how's everyone been doing? What's everyone been working on? Shoot, actually, no, I wanted to do this. Yeah, I wanted to do that. Okay. You have until Labor Day to get some things done before the N-scale weekend in Altoona. Nice. Yeah, I think next year will be the year, because by next year I'll have built up some serious PTO. I can really take the weekend off. There's a couple other events coming up that I can just go out, like on Friday. But for Altoona, it's far enough away, and there's enough to do out there that I would want to really, take Friday off. And I just can't afford to do that at this point. So, unfortunately, this year will not be the year for me to get to Altoona. I've really gone back and forth with it, but I just don't think I'll build up a comfortable enough amount of PTO by that point. Gosh, this bottle of Micro Crystal Clear has all the lettering coming off of my fingers. Look at this. All those little specks are lettering from my bottle. This is ridiculous. See. Let's see. Josh is doing good, working on a Chattanooga HO diesel engine. Cool. Very nice. Jeffrey is working on putting sound into a veranda and fighting the new lighting you're putting in. Well, I wish you luck with that. Dennis is working on road crossings, locomotive buildings, so on and so forth on his layout. Very nice. General upkeep work and improvements. Damn it, this is really frustrating me. Can't even make cheap bottles anymore, yeah. To be fair, this bottle was out in the heat this weekend. To be fair to Microscale. I accidentally left this bottle in my car in the heat this weekend, so I'm sure it deformed the plastic slightly. But yeah. Bad idea, yeah, no kidding. Am I working on stream? A little bit. There we go. Now you can see a little more of what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the LED positioned nicely. Ah, that's not what I wanted. No, don't come out. Go back in. I would use my foam cradle to get a better angle, but that's got another locomotive in it right now. Excuse me. Might have shortened the lifespan of the bottle contents. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it did, because it was freaking hot, and I know this stuff doesn't really do well in the heat, but so be it. You know, you live and you learn. You make your mistakes. Have a good night, Garrett. See you around. Thank you for the luck. I'll need it. Although from you, it might be a curse. Garrett is always struggling with the LEDs blowing out on him. How many locomotives, trains, etc. do I have? I have a lot of locomotives. For my fictional railroad, painted up and detailed and stuff, I have I think like 15 or something for the B&CCS right now. Not quite that many, maybe 10 for the B&CCS. And then outside of that, I have at least another 15 to 20. So somewhere between, I would say I have somewhere between 40 and 50 locomotives right now, because I think I have more than I'm thinking of. I really do need to make a spreadsheet to start to keep track. But those are also have been collected over the last almost 15 years at this time. Bit by bit, slowly but surely. When you did your SD40-2s a few years back, you didn't use clear, you used super glue when putting your LEDs in. Yeah, for some reason, I've tried using super glue, and it just doesn't want to stay for me for some reason. So I'm trying the microcrystal clear, because I know it has a longer working time, and I know it sticks. You have 186 engines altogether. Oh boy. That's quite the collection, my friend. Is it all HO, or is it across a couple of scales? Alright, let's quickly, so I want to make sure that the LED is oriented right. I'm going to quickly jankily set up my test track here. That's the plug. You have to hit with the accelerator? I don't have accelerator. That's probably, that might be my problem. I don't know. But damn it. Get back here, you son of a gun. Okay, so where's the power for this thing? Is this? Evening, Ray. Welcome in. Good to have you. Oh, man. Oh, where the heck? I don't know where my plug... Alright. We're gonna pivot here. Grab this. Into that. Sounds good, Dennis. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Have a good night. Let's see, Josh has HONZOG and battery. Wow. It's quite the collection. Alright, let's do that. Let's launch excuse me, not a low sound decoder in this, but, or even a ESU decoder. Excuse me, ESU decoder for that matter. But it'll do the trick to turn on the lights, because I'm not trying to program it. It doesn't matter. No way. Driver's cab. 765. Go. Oh, I gotta plug it into my computer. Psh. That might help in actually making this work. There we go. Try again. Go. Okay, it is working. Now let's do this. Shoot. Just tack. So tack that on there for now. Same with this. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. The LED is facing backwards. All right. Let's go back to work on this. Yeah, I want to get this done tonight. Even if it takes me a little longer than I was hoping. I want to get 765 done tonight. So I can get it written up. All right, let's try this. Good evening, Sean. Welcome in. Like I said on Paul's stream, congrats on officially well surpassing 500 subscribers. Where did there it is. You're very welcome, my friend. Sorry, you guys aren't going to be able to see very well for a minute here, but I need to be able to see this to get this done right. You son of a gun. Ugh. By the way, Sean, I'll probably be placing another order with you before too much longer here, especially now that I got this puppy. For those who weren't around at the beginning of the stream, this is from I opened up a box from Chatter Giuseppe, and inside was this gorgeously detailed MyJack crane. So I've decided I will be building a module with an intermodal yard, just a small one, but somewhere where I can appropriately display this beautiful piece of modeling. Because he took, I think, my guess is it was a Walters kit, or so there's a couple of different kits out there, but and he took it and he beautifully painted it, lettered it, detailed it. He added in like all this conduit up here, all these like hooped cables on the light, down below here in the wheel wells and everything. There you go, now you can see it. So I will be placing an order for a module that this can live on. So the order will be coming. All right, let's see. Did that work? Come on. Come on, LED, work for me. Hey, there he is. Giuseppe, welcome in. Thank you very much for the gorgeous MyJack crane. I was just talking about it again. About the beautiful details and everything you've added. It's really gorgeous. And I was saying to Sean Klondike that I'm gonna need to order a module from him to put it on, because it deserves to be displayed, and I don't really have anywhere on the little layout I have that would make sense for it to go. So yes, indeed. Intermodal is coming for the B&CCS, so it's a very, very welcome addition. And you know, like I said again, it's really gorgeously done. I appreciate it very much, and I can't wait to have something where I can display it. Okay. All right. Oh. It works, it's just something's up with my electrical connection, which is fine, because this was always meant to just be a temporary little connection here. So, let's pop these wires back off. Let's not knock over the model here. Let's move the MyJack carefully out of the way so as to not screw it up. Alright. Let's detangle these here wires. I also think I need a stronger resistor, because I think that front light is just too bright. And I don't think there's a way for me to turn that down on the decoder. Let me grab a second resistor here. Here's my big bag of resistors. There it is. Backstory of the MyJack, it was purchased from the port as 2 units, damaged, and the crews of the B&CCS made 1 out of them. Sweet! That's a neat story. I assume you kind of bashed it out of a couple kits then? I was kind of wondering what the model itself is assembled from, so... But I like that there's a backstory. I really do. It's very fun. So now the question is, what intermodal terminal on the B&CCS am I going to be modeling? Because there's a number on the B&CCS proper. There's Maybrook, Poughkeepsie, and Danbury. And then it's just the Walters kit that you modified and added to. Nice. It's really well done. So I've got those 3 on the B&CCS like proper, and then if we expand to the B&CCS network, the system, we've also got Pittsfield, Boston, Springfield, Worcester, and New Haven, and maybe even Hartford. I don't remember if I had Hartford on the service map, but regardless, a lot of options. So, I love it. I'm really excited to build a scene around it. So, I was looking at what my next, or I was thinking about, I guess, what my next module should be, because I want it to be something else ops related. So an intermodal terminal is a great one, because not only can I do well cars, but I could also do, it can be a multi-service intermodal yard. I could do what's it called? Topsy service as well there. So all right, let's wire this the second resistor in, because it's just too bright right now. Where's my nippers? There they are. How's the bobber coming along, Giuseppe? Pictures you were sending me look phenomenal. Grab my shrink wrap. Look good so far. Just awaiting trucks and couplers now. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good deal. Alright, solder. Add some solder here. Send me an updated photo. appreciate that always. Just go ahead and do that. Cover the two with a big piece of shrink wrap. And shrink it down. Where's my brass cup? There it is. The roof is not attached. You can finish the interior and add lighting, etc. Nice. Yeah, I gotta do an interior on a couple of my things at some point too. It's just such a neat idea. Anyways, Santa's laser engraving. Welcome in. Good to see ya. All right. Painted and weathered. Let's take a quick look. Ooh, that looks gorgeous. Really, really well done. The light distressing on the wood is really nice. All right, that's before I do anything else. One more test of the LED, now with the reduced brightness, hopefully with the twin resistors. Okay. Come on. All right, I see what's going on here. I'm getting the pad confused here. Where did my wick go? It's right here somewhere. I know it is. Guess I put it away. Thought I had it out still. No, I definitely have it out still. Where did it go? Where did my solder wick go? Oh goodness, it's almost 10:30. I really gotta finish this up here. Come on, solder wick. Unless it got knocked off my desk? Possibly. Let's take a careful look. couple different things fell off my desk. I didn't think the wick was one of them. Oh, come on. What? Why can't I find the solder wick? Where'd it go? If I zoom in, the music makes you think of sitting in a dining car waiting for dinner. Oh, well, that's good. It's a good vibe to have. Appreciate that. If I zoom in close in the bobber photo, I can see the wood grain, the nail hose, rust staining, etc. Ooh, yes. I love that. Excuse me. Still need to add glazing. Yep. Are you gonna use acetate sheet for that? Are you gonna use... What's the plan? Acetate sheet, micro crystal clear, number of options. Plexi even. O gauge could even do plexi. I have no idea where the heck this soldering wick went. It's really frustrating. Glass from microscope slides, nice. Yeah, the slide covers. I've heard those are good. Alright, where the heck? I have no clue where this freaking roll of solder work went. It's gone. Okay. So, what do I do now? How am I supposed to clean this up without solder? Yeah, I guess I could just do this. so frustrating. Well, that's better. Alright, we'll have to make do with that. There we go. Okay. All right, now let's reconnect this up. Oh, the wire came off again. Now this dang wire won't stay soldered. This is so frustrating. Oh my gosh. Here at the Plaza Hotel in Vegas tonight, built in 1882. Many famous and notorious people have stayed there. Very nice. There, now it's on there good. Will you light up for me? You stinking LED? No, you won't. Of course you won't. Why would you? Must be a frustrating day. You're working on a quick short to put out on your saga today. Just one of those kinds of days. Oh, what? Oh, don't tell me I've somehow fried the decoder. Oh, no, that's why. There we go. Let's see. James Gang, Billy the Kid, Doc Holliday, John Lithgow, Michelle Obama, King Charles. Wow. That's quite the list. Oh, look at this damn... What resistors am I using? I'm using a pair of, what are these? 910 ohm TCS resistors. Wired in series. Thing is, it's getting electrical power, it's just getting it intermittently, because I can see if I aim this more like this, I might be able to see. You see, it's getting electrical power every now and again. Here, you can really see if I do this. Watch. See, it's just getting it intermittently. It's something about, I think what it is it's the wire, how it's wired to the I think it's the soldering here is not up to the task, I think is what it is. I mean, I can see it works, so I just need to actually clean it up now. Sounds good, Santa's Laser. Have a good night. I'll see you on Sean's live stream Wednesday morning. Let me try. I'll try adding a little more flux to the equation here. I mean, really what I should do at this point is just cut this to length. That's what it comes down to. Plenty. Okay. There we go. Strip the end a little bit. Now, what the hell's your problem? Really heat up this solder here. Pull off a lot of the excess. It's almost 11 o'clock now. I was hoping I would be done and have stream ended by now. Alright, where's my freaking hands? I'm breaking out the glad hands. Or the helping hands, or whatever. Excuse me. This is so I don't understand. Just like completely arbitrary. All right, let me try one more thing. Okay, let's try soldering it to that. All right, well, let's do this. Give up on this. Ow, it's hot still. Let's try starting from scratch. 2 new resistance. It's not like I have a shortage. I have like 200 from here, so. Two of these bad boys. I'm not even gonna trim the leads yet. I'm just gonna try. Okay. Good. All right. So I know it works. It's just being a pain in the rear. Now, if you would just cooperate, please. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying just watching my frustration build. Okay, now let me try doing this. It works. It works. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. Okay, now I just gotta tidy this all up, which means trimming down the leads on this. So yeah, it must have been something. I don't know if it was something in the way that the other two resistors were connected with one another, or I don't know. Something about how they were. Perseverance indeed. Yeah, something about how they were making electrical contact just was not working. Nice little hooks. So I can hook one onto the other. And then tighten it down and then solder it together. Okay. Now let's do that and solder these together. Nice, nice. Good. Now I'm going to shorten down this lead. Desolder the extra and solder this together. Get those positioned just right. Pull this up a little bit more. A little too much. There we go. Nope. Fell out of the grabber. There we go. Okay, we're soldered. Beautiful. All right, let's trim some shrink wrap down now. Yeah, trim it a little more. There we go. We're gonna slide this over the entire piece here. Shrink it down onto there. Good, good. All right, and now we solder this to the board. I can trim it down even more, actually. Really only need that. That can go right. Come on. Come on. Let's add a little more solder to the pad. There we go. A little bit of fresh solder goes a long way. Beautiful. Got that all mounted down. Right, now I just need to... I'm just going to trim up the red a little bit. Is this the best way I could have done this? No, but I'm beyond the point of caring, to be perfectly honest. And 11 p.m., my goodness. Alright, well, this needs to be done tonight now. And this close, I'm not gonna finish. I'm not gonna wrap up. This was supposed to be a short stream, which I guess it still is. It's only gonna be an hour and a half instead of 2. If I end now, that is. Which I may or may not actually do. Depending on how this goes. Where did I put my X-Acto? Right here. Heat shrink on there. There we go. Okay, soldered. Heat shrink it. That was a nice clean join. Wow. That's really nice. There we go. Okay. Now let's put a piece of electrical tape over the back of the LED. Pardon me. There we go. All right. Got a couple pieces here. So we're going to, first thing we're going to do is tape it down to the underside of the short hood. Good. Now we'll tape across the back of the LED itself to make sure we don't have any major bleed into the rest of the shell. Okay, now we gotta resolder this wire right here for the gyro light. Or actually, is this the gyro light? Yeah, this is the gyro light. It'd help if I could grab the wire. Thank you. Good. All right, and now we carefully shove it all under the hood. Oops, almost forgot the light shields. All right, here we go. Nope, never mind. This already popped off. Okay. There we go. Let's pack it all up. Ooh, I don't know if that sounded good. Snapped on, but kind of snapped in an awkward way. We're gonna see. If this works, I'm gonna call it here for the night, because I will be in a much better place than I was before I started tonight's stream. Let's do that. I mean, either way, I'm gonna call it here, but if this works, I will be happy when I call it here. Let's connect these up. Let's turn this off. That way you guys can hopefully see the results. Track power on. Headlight on. Hello? Why do I not have headlight? Or reverse light, for that matter. Do I have reverse light? Hold on. Alright, well. For whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know what that snapping sound was, but... Alright, let me take the shell off real quick and figure out what it was, but I think we're done for the night either way. The other lighting functions seem to still be working, which is good, but... Whoa, what was that? Something just fell out. I got no idea what that was. Okay, what fell out? Let me figure that out. And then once I figure out what fell out... Oh, what is this? No, that's not what fell out. I don't think. I don't think that's what fell out. Oh, I know what fell out. Just have to find it. It's the bearing piece. Alright, well, there it is. That's what fell out. Alright, before I put the shell on now, let me test. Time for an NTSB investigation, indeed. Okay. Go. I have no clue. This is stumping me for... Because now the rear light isn't even working, but... the rear light is built into the board. And it's not like none of the light functions are working, because the gyro light is functioning by there you go. Oh, I was gone for a second. Okay, so something's up with the, because those are now directional. All right, I might have to look at the programming of this at this point. But in any case, that's where we're gonna leave it for tonight. Unplug my soldering iron so I don't burn the house down, and call it a night there. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my great frustration build and build. But thanks for tuning in. It's always good to have you guys. Giuseppe, thank you again for the MyJack. It's gorgeous, and I really cannot wait to put it to use. So, yeah, without further ado, I hope you all had a lovely 4th of July for those of you stationed here in the States, and for the rest of you, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And with that, I will see you all